Hi, I'm Dr. Terry Chambers. I'm the Donald and Janice Mosing Endowed Chair of Mechanical Engineering, and I'm the Director of the EDA-funded Green Hydrogen Center of Excellence here at UL Lafayette. As university faculty, we strive to excel in teaching, research, and service. And so being recognized as having succeeded somewhat in all three of those areas is very gratifying, but it's also humbling. I still have a lot to strive for, but I'm very gratified to receive the award.
I first met Dr. Chambers about 12 years ago. Then I became department head. You could see that Dr. Chambers was dedicated to the mission of education, service, and research at UL Lafayette.
We're really blessed to have excellent physical facilities for testing all different types of solar technologies. The combination of the CLECO Alternative Energy Center in Crowley and this facility, the Louisiana Solar Energy Lab, that portfolio of research equipment and sites is unique in the country and sets us very much apart.
What Dr. Chambers does is he does research for a purpose, okay? So what he wants to do is make sure that his research has a lasting benefit to the region. His impact in these energy sources is immeasurable.
We've recently begun a $1 million Department of Energy funded project called Louisiana Solar Corps to create a statewide training network to train up the first generation of solar energy workers in Louisiana. Right now, the current status is that there are a lot of solar projects being built in the state, but most of the crews come in from out of state to build those solar plants. I would ask the solar companies, why are you not hiring local people? And they say, because we can't find trained workers. And I said, all right, if I fix that problem, will you hire them? And they said, yes. And now we're training about 100 students a year, and we're getting more funding so that we'll be able to train even more students going forward.
So he's always thinking about how his technologies that he's working on can benefit mankind, educate the next generations, create technologies that can be used for societal benefit, and then enjoy doing it, and that's what he does.
The university has partnered with the state of Louisiana on a $500 million Department of Energy grant to solve one of the major problems that Louisiana has, which is that we have a lot of grid down events during extreme weather. So we proposed Hubs for Energy Resilient Operation, or HERO, where we will help the state build up to 350 community resilience hubs powered by solar and batteries, so that when there's a grid down event, community buildings, shelters, emergency operations centers, the National Guard bases will all be up and running so that they can provide emergency services to people in their community. And we're tying that to the Solar Workforce Project so that when we're building a solar plus battery microgrid in a certain area of town, we're going to be recruiting in that neighborhood. So not only will they get a resilience hub in their neighborhood, they'll get a new career.
He is what faculty are supposed to do. Take their knowledge, their basis of their tenure, and then create new things from it, and that's exactly what he does.
One of the projects that I'm most excited about is the microgrid project at the CLECO Alternative Energy Center in Crowley, where we can test emerging solar and other related technologies. Without that initial investment there by CLECO, none of these other things would have come to pass. So I really do appreciate that.
Dr. Chambers, as I said before, he's an excellent mentor. So I would guide students to just tap him for the information that he has, and he will take the time to give them that. He is never, I can't do that. It's how can we get it done? These are the things that we have to do as an R1 university. We have to say, this is what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, and we'll find ways to make it happen. And that's exactly how Professor Chambers treats his service.
The R1 designation of the university is very, very important for our students, first of all, because when they graduate from an R1 university, they can get excellent opportunities. It's also important for us as researchers because when we submit a grant proposal One of the things that the funding agency wants to know is, do we believe that this institution can actually implement the plan that they're proposing? And one of the things that UL Lafayette is becoming known for is that we can deliver on our promises. It's truly a campus-wide effort, and I really want to thank all the people that have worked behind the scenes to make that R1 status happen.
Terry, this is an awesome award, and your record is highly indicative of the basis for this award. Congratulations, and I am so proud to serve as department head with you as one of our faculty.
First of all, I'd like to thank my loving wife, Cheryl, and my family. I really want to thank them for their patience with me. I want to thank my department head, my dean, the research office, everyone who has been so very, very supportive. I'd especially like to thank the Mosing family for the Donald and Janice Mosing Endowed Chair Professorship, which I hold. Another couple of people I would especially like to thank are Martha Ward Antoon and George Antoon, who donated Antoon Hall, where we're sitting right now. The most rewarding thing for me as a professor is when my students succeed. That gives me a lot of joy and satisfaction. That's when I feel like I've also succeeded.